Oh, welcome to Ty's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is June the 5th, 2024. We're getting closer to WWE 2K24 releasing WrestleMania 40 Arena in their game, finally. And ladies and gentlemen, I guess it was true that Ethan Page was a free agent. And we're waiting for him to sign his contract. He didn't want to sign the contract in Ava's office. He wants to sign it in public. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the show. We did get a lot of segments here, ladies and gentlemen. We got Gallus. We were supposed to have Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Tyson and Tyreek. But, ladies and gentlemen, because they attacked the tag team champions while the tag team champions was doing something for the merch stand, and then they got attacked, and then Ava kicked them out of the building, but they will still be at Battleground for their shot of the tag team titles. So we got and then Tyson and Tyreek, after the commercial break, they show us a replay of Gallus attacking Tyson and Tyreek. And then they talk about a whole bunch of things, saying that they don't get respect. The fans will respect only for social media people to do TikToks, do selfies, and all that stuff. They don't want to do that. They want to be professional wrestlers. And then they talk about the triple threat match that Joe Coffey is in. Joe Coffey says it's a triple threat match. That means anything goes. And that means Gallus could get themselves involved. And then Oba family came in, and even Wesley as well. And then we had a brawl happen between everybody, Gallus, Oba family, and Mr. Wesley. We were supposed to have Josh Briggs. I think he was supposed to have a match against Shawn Spears, because Shawn Spears is trying to tell people that he could guide them. And Josh Briggs wasn't happy that he talked about him last week, saying he's a lost soul. And then when we were about to get this match, Josh Briggs got attacked by Shawn Spears with a steel chair. And then Javon Evans attacked Shawn Spears in the backstage into the ring. They destroyed each other. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Javon Evans did a sick springboard cutter onto Mr. Shawn Spears. And we got more attacks. Dante Chan attacked Lexus King, because he's complaining about he lost twice to him. And he's saying that what he did last week, beat him up after the match. And he says, nobody, if anyone gets in my way, that's what's going to happen to him. And then Dante Chan attacked him. So next week we got a Singapore King match between Lexus King and Dante Chan. And ladies and gentlemen, looks like Wendy Cho. They finally show her face in her videos, her vignettes, and she looks like she's from the darkness. She had like a broken mirror, and she had a black eyeshadow. So I think she's going to be part of the darkness now. And looks like Tyson Paxley wants to be part of the Knockouts Championship match, because after Jordan Grace had her match, I will tell you who won on that when we get there. But when she won her match, she talked to some people. She talked to Mia Yim, because they know each other from TNA before Mia Yim joined WWE. She went to Impact Wrestling for a bit. And she had matches with Jordan Grace in Impact Wrestling back then. And then, ladies and gentlemen, she met with Sol Ruka. Ruka says she's a big fan of Jordan Grace, and Jordan Grace is a big fan of Sol Ruka. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Jada Parker came out. She has said a whole bunch of things. Says, stop kissing each other's butts. Stop kissing each other's butts. And all that stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, and then Ariana Grace came out. A whole bunch of people came out. And Tyson Paxley came out. And he says, does that championship means to you? How much does that championship means to you? Jordan Grace says, it means a lot to me. And then Ariana Grace says, not more than my crown. She says, yeah, more than your crown. And it looks like Tyson Paxley was trying to grab that Knockout Championship, but Jordan Grace walked away. Remember, there's an open challenge at TNA's Against All Odds. I don't know who could be this person that accepts this match. So we will see. We will see. Because, ladies and gentlemen, when Jordynne Grace came out, she had a best that says TNA and NXT. So it looks like we might see more of these crossovers. People are saying we are. The rumors are saying that we will see more of these crossovers. So I would love to see these crossovers. I wish it's not just NXT, like I said. I hope there's main roster guys that actually gets part of this whole thing as well. Because that will make the show better. Make TNA better. Make WWE better. But like I said, I'm hoping that none of the people from WWE wins TNA titles. And TNA people doesn't win WWE titles, because that's ruins everything. Just like AEW did when Kenny Omega won the TNA, the Impact World Championship. Don't do that. Don't do that part. And even with Christian Cage, but I think he was part of TNA that time. Impact Wrestling. I think he was part of AEW. No, I think he was part of AEW. I think he was. I think he was part of AEW. Christian Cage. And then he came to Impact Wrestling, took the title from them, and oh my god, it was stupid. I was happy that Josh Alexander took it from Christian Cage at Bound for Glory. I forgot what year. I think it was 2023 or 2022, something like that. I have no idea. I forgot. But ladies and gentlemen, Ethan Page, speaking of Josh Alexander, I would love to see Josh Alexander in NXT. I would love to see. Ethan Page, the North, Ethan Page is on NXT. I thought during this whole contract signing, Ethan Page will bring out Josh Alexander. Too bad he didn't, but ladies and gentlemen, they're not going to do it a whole bunch of times, or crossovers. But for big top guys, for opportunities, because Trick Williams doesn't have a rivalry, and now they have this short little rivalry between him and Ethan Page, because now we find out who attacked Noam Dar and Ora Mensa. It's been weeks, and now in this little 2-week rivalry, they could make it a little longer after the show, after Battlegrounds. And even with Jordynne Grace, it's a little short rivalry between Roxanne Perez and Jordynne Grace. So, yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. And if they need to keep doing that for some of their smaller PLEs, that's not like Stand and Deliver or Deadline, things like that, they could do that with the crossovers for their small little PLEs. So, first match of the evening, we got Jordynne Grace versus Stevie Turner. Roxanne Perez was on commentary. She didn't want to shake Big Joseph's hand, but she shook her mentor's hand, Bukate. But Jordynne Grace did a phenomenal job. She showed what she could do in the ring. She did every single move that she does in TNA, and she brings it to WWE. She's great. And they even called her finisher the Juggernaut, because that's what it's called. She gets the win. Good job for that. And then we have a shoving contest between Roxanne Perez and Jordynne Grace. But Roxanne was about to attack Jordynne, and Jordynne just picks her up and was about to do like a power slam. But Roxanne got herself a little bit. So it's going to be an interesting match. But will we see Roxanne join or show up on TNA for this week to make it more personal in their for their little rivalry? We will see what happens. So we got Jasmine Nix versus Thea Hale. Riley Osborne and Duke Hudson says they're not going to come out with Thea Hale and Andre Chase because of Ridge Holland. Well, we didn't know Ridge Holland was coming until they were about to walk to outside to the ring, and then Ridge Holland came. And even Ridge Holland wants to know, are they coming? They said they're going to sit out. So we had this match. It was an okay match, not bad, but the winner of that match was Jasmine Nix because of the distraction, because Duke Hudson and Riley Osborne did come out, but they came from the audience, and it looked like they didn't want anyone to see except for Thea Hale saw, and she got distracted, and she got Pele kicked, by Jasmine Nix. Then we had Tony D'Angelo defending his Heritage Cup Championship against Damon Kemp. It was a pretty decent match, but Charlie Dempsey is acting crazy, talking to himself in the mirror and talking to his teammates in the mirror. He's getting a little crazier. What's going on with this guy? I have no idea, but ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Tony D'Angelo and retains the Heritage Cup Championship. And then we got Natalya. Ladies and gentlemen, I still don't know if she actually signed a new contract, but she's been wrestling on Raw, wrestling on NXT, and she has this little storyline between her and Sonya Deville, if they're going to team up, or she's going. Sonya Deville will be her manager for Monday Night Raw, because on NXT she's teaming up with Carmen. So I don't know if it's going to be for Raw and NXT if she's teaming up with her or being a manager for her. I have no idea. But ladies and gentlemen, we have Natty versus Izzy Dame, and the winner of that match was Natalya. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had a NXT North American Women's Championship, Women's North American title summit with Booker T with Booker T as the host. He asked questions, and all the ladies talked about why they just gonna win it. They're not gonna tell us why they gonna win it. They just said, I should win it. I should win it. I should win it. No, I should. I should. No, me. And then they start brawling. And then we have a 6-women tag team match, and Robert Stone told Ava, I got that. You wanted a 6-man tag team match? We got it. But he could spice it up by putting one heel in the good guys team and one good guy, babyface, in the heel team. Very spicy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got Soroka teaming up with Mia Yim and Jada Parker. Jada Parker was the heel with the baby faces, the two baby faces. Pauline Haley versus Pauline Haley, Last Legend, and Kalani Jordan. And Jordan was the baby face with the two heels. Well, ladies and gentlemen, everybody was doing good except for Jada Parker, who won't stop being annoying and tagging herself in and being annoying with Michelin and Soroka. But at the end, everybody was just fighting their partners. But the winner of that match was Soroka's tag team winning. But we got JC Jane and Jasmine Nix watching this match. They're not in the ladder match. And JC Jane was in a mask for her broken nose. Why is she in that? Why is she watching that match when Thea Hill is the one that broke her nose? Not none of these ladies. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Ethan Page's contract signing. We had the Ethan Page contract signing, and he has a lot of demands, I guess. He wants a lot of money, and he has some more demands. Ava was getting annoyed of Ethan Page. Ethan Page is yelling at the fans. But Ava says, I am not going to sign a guy that needs this much demand. But Ethan Page says, you are going to sign me because you need Ethan Page. You need all ego and all that stuff. He says, I'm not saying all these things to be a jerk. I'm just stating facts. And then Trick Williams came out. And he wants Ava to sign this contract. Let him sign the contract as well, because he wants to kick Mr. Ethan Page's butt. So Ethan Page said what he has to say, and he's ready to sign the contract. He signed the contract, and he only needs Ava to sign it to make it official that he's part of NXT. And Ava says she can't do that. And Trick asks why, and of course Ethan Page told us why. Because he's going to have his first match in NXT this Sunday at NXT Battleground against Trick Williams for the NXT Championship and to end the Whoop That Trick era. But Trick Williams says you can't end that era. And he says to Ava, sign the contract, and she signed it. So now we got the NXT Championship on the line at Battleground. Ethan Page, all ego, versus Whoop That Trick Williams for the NXT Championship. Big matches happening for the PLE this Sunday. I thought it was going to be on Saturday, but it's a Sunday. So I think it's pretty interesting to see. We will see more about these TNA guys coming to NXT. Maybe somebody attacks somebody. TNA guy, could be a bad guy, attacks somebody after their match. Josh Alexander. Imagine Josh Alexander, but he's not a bad guy. We haven't seen him wrestle on TNA for a while. We haven't seen Josh Alexander for a while, so I don't know what the heck is happening. Just like Jordan Grace, we haven't seen Jordan Grace on TNA because she's doing NXT as well. But she will be at Against All Odds because she would be done doing NXT stuff. Because Battleground is before Against All Odds. So she will be at Against All Odds. I believe that's next weekend. I think so. And so yeah, I think that's what's going on. I think that's why Jordan Grace hasn't been on TNA, because she's doing NXT stuff. She's going to stay where NXT is, because that's where she has to go, because she has a match on NXT. She has a match on NXT Battleground. So now Ethan Page is part of the NXT roster. Who else? If there's more free agents from AEW or TNA, because there's more to say Machine Guns. You guys, I would love to see more. When they said they don't know who's going to face Tyson and Tyreek, I was hoping it will be more to say Machine Guns, but they got attacked. I was hoping it was those guys, but they might go to AEW. I don't know, but they might go to AEW, and I'd be upset for that, because everybody in the AEW right now, they're lost in the shuffle. Too many people lost in the shuffle, and it will be sucks. It will be suck to see Motor City Machine Guns get lost in the shuffle like everybody else. The NXT has a lot of people, not a whole bunch of people, like AEW does. They could have half of their roster go to Raw or SmackDown. AEW doesn't do that because they use all of their shows for the same people. Like, they don't have different brands. AEW is a one brand. Some people fight on AEW. Everybody fights on Dynamite. Everybody fights on Rampage. Everybody fights on Collusion. Ever since CM Punk left, because Collusion was a CM Punk show, but now everybody fights on Collusion. I think Ring of Honor is like a second brand for them, but even Ring of Honor guys wrestle on AEW Dynamite. So I don't know what they're doing. They're making it too much people. It's overcrowded, and it looks like Wheeler Utah is making his return, because it looks like we're having an 8-man tag team match with CMLL guys and the Blackpool Combat Club. Looks like he's back. Cool. That's pretty cool. But I'm still not a big fan of him, but now they're all back together. And ladies and gentlemen, that's tomorrow night. So I'm hoping AEW does something with the roster and actually put some things on for some people, because it feels like WWE again. Because there's a lot of people that was in WWE that never got opportunities. And there's a lot of people in AEW that's not getting opportunities. It feels like WWE again. But WWE is doing better now. They're making more shows for some wrestlers like Ricochet, like Bronson Reed. That's why they made WWE Speed, for some of those styles of wrestling. There's speed, there's strength, there's technician. That's why they have it. They have Raw, they have SmackDown, they have NXT, they got PLEs. They have almost everything for every style of wrestler in these type of brands. Speed is a type of brand where you get to see Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT guys. Because I saw Axiom in a match. And I saw some SmackDown guys in a match as well. So it's not just Raw guys with Ricochet, because Ricochet is the champion. It's not just Raw guys. There's SmackDown guys. There's NXT guys. You could see a whole bunch of different wrestling styles. So yeah, I'm hoping that AEW does the same thing and help their roster. They make good matches, but there's a lot of wrestlers that is not getting used. If I was them, I would release almost half of them. I would release every single person that you don't use. And let them go to TNA, go to WWE, like Ethan Page, like Nick Nevin on TNA. But never mind, not Nick Nevin. Ryan Nevin, that's who I was talking about. Because Nick Nevin is Dolph Ziggler, he was on WWE. I'm talking about AEW guys. So that's what I would do. I would release some of the guys and let them go to other places and get some success. Because they're not doing it in AEW. I am happy that Jake Hager is out. But he has done absolutely nothing in AEW. No championships. The guy was wearing a purple hat. It was nothing. I think he was more entertaining than WWE. I'm sorry. But I think it was more entertaining. I liked him when he was part of the Real Americans with Cesaro. It was a good tag team. But he was better in WWE than when he was in AEW. But when he was in the Inner Circle, he was good. I liked him. And then he left, and then he joined this entertainment thing with Chris Jericho. And then he left. He got out of that, and now he did nothing. He's doing absolutely nothing. No matches, no segments, no little promos, nothing. So I'm hoping they actually do something with the roster. Get rid of half of them that you don't use, or actually do something, or make a different brand. Or put some of them on Ring of Honor and stop using Ring of Honor guys and put them on AEW. Use Ring of Honor as Ring of Honor and AEW as Ring of AEW. Right? So, I don't know why they don't do that. But that's all for today. Tell us out. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys on Thursday, because that's when I upload it, for AEW results. That's all for today. Tell us out. Bye!